It is very important that you're not using a budget cube. You should use the best and most expensive cube that is available. Or is it? Let's find out. We're going to try different cubes at different skill levels to find out if a new beginner, an intermediate, or a pro gets the best time improvement from better cubes. So first off, we have the beginner with about a 1 minute average, and then we have me as an intermediate who competes but not at a top level with about a 14-second average. And finally we have Daniel as a pro with championship podiums and about a 7.5-second average. Stay tuned to find out if it's important for you at your skill level to get a better cube.
My first thought was that it lacks magnets, and it's fun thinking about it how one could perform very well on non-magnetic cubes a few years ago, but nowadays when I'm used to magnets in all my speed cubes regardless of the event, the lack of magnets is just unbearable. I can't perform at all on that cube.
So my times were surprisingly good on this cube. Considering it is pretty bad with bad corner cutting and no magnets, I'm surprised my average is only a second faster than what I usually get. So my turning is apparently pretty accurate, but it's not fun to solve on this cube at all. During the average, I was just waiting for it to finally be done so I could switch to a better cube. So even though the times aren't terrible, I wasn't enjoying it at all.
I thought it was a bit loose, and that made it a bit difficult to control it. I dropped it a few times.
I already made the V10 and I knew that I would perform very well on it, and the test did indeed show that I like that cube very much. It's fast but not unbearably fast, it has strong magnets, I like the ball core feeling, it's a stable puzzle, so it's a puzzle that I overall just like, and I always get very good types on it, that's why I made it.
I had so much fun with this cube. This is the Daniel Signature Series setup on this V10, and it is the best cube I've ever felt out of the box. And you can also see on my average here, it is pretty good for me, so I really enjoy this cube, and we can clearly see here that I get over a second faster times with this cube.
I felt it was a little bit over lubricated for my taste. It was quite heavily lubed, which made it a bit difficult to control for me. I had to apply more force than I am used to.
After trying all the cubes, what do you think of the results? Is it what you expected?
So the GAN 14 is a bit too fast for me, and I also don't really like the stability, the feeling of it, so I knew that I wouldn't perform too well on it. And also the V5 without the ball core has too weak magnets for my taste. So the cube that I like and the cube that I main I perform the best on, and the other ones I struggle quite a bit with, and that was kind of what I expected.
The cheaper cubes are more like the cube I usually solve with, an RS3M 2020. I expected the more expensive cubes to give me better results. However, I think that these cubes, while they felt nice, they were a bit too heavily lubricated for me, which made my results worse with them.
I feel like my times roughly aligns with what I expected. I have already tried the GAN 14 before, and I know that it doesn't work very well for me. And as we can see here on my average, it adds about half a second to my time, What actually surprised me here is that the warrior only added half a second on top of that. So apparently for me, I'm a pretty accurate turner, and it doesn't matter too much what cube I use. But of course, with the V10, which I main right now, I get quite a bit better time, but not by a huge margin. The biggest takeaway for me is that it is a lot more fun to solve with a cube I personally enjoy.